Good morning. I'll call this meeting to order. We have a quorum. Lee is excused this week. Edna and I are here. So we have two commissioners. Devin from Troop 324 Winlock is going to lead us in the flag salute. Right over here.
Please follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I move that we approve the minutes of July 29th, 2013.
Second. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections, changes?
None here.
I'll call for the question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Minutes are approved. We have no public comment.
I move that we approve the proclamation honoring the 2013 Southwest Washington Fair Little Miss Friendly program.
I second that.
Okay. I'll read the proclamation for us. Before the Board of County Commissioners, Lewis County, Washington, proclamation honoring the 2013 Southwest Washington Fair Little Miss Friendly program. Whereas the annual Southwest Washington Fair has been selecting Little Miss Friendly since 1968, who is the official hostess and living logo of the fair. And whereas the first day during opening ceremonies of the 2013 Southwest Washington Fair, Little Miss Friendly will be announced for 5 finalists who are between the ages of 8 and 10. And whereas the current 2012 Little Miss Friendly, Madison Menke, will be turning her cape to one of the following finalists: Cammie Aldritz of Chehalis, Lainey Barker of Chehalis, McKaylee Menke, Chehalis, Cameron Sheets, Chehalis, Emily Mills, Winlock. And whereas the 2013 Little Miss Friendly will be the 46th Southwest Washington Fair Ambassador. And whereas the Little Miss Friendly will be attending 6 days of the fair and many community events throughout the year representing the Southwest Washington Fair until the 2014 Southwestern Fair opening ceremonies. And now, therefore, be it resolved, the Lewis County Board of County Commissioners want to congratulate the 5 finalists, the current Little Miss Friendly, and the Little Miss Friendly program. Done in open session this 5th day of August 2013, Board of County Commissioners, Lewis County, Washington. Could we have the current Little Miss Friendly come up and say your name and then the other 5 finalists following her? Yes.
Hi, I'm Madison Menke, Little Miss Friendly 2012.
And where are you from?
I'm from Chehalis, and
What's your favorite fair food?
my favorite fair food, well, there's a lot. I think I like all of them, but my favorites are the turkey legs, snow cones, and ice cream.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
okay.
Next, all the other 5 finalists, please come up, say your name and where you're from. You can follow right
Hi,
behind.
I'm Emily Mills, and I'm from Winlock.
And what's your favorite fair food?
The elephant ears.
Okay, thank you. Next.
I'm Cameron Sheets. I'm from Chehalis.
What's your favorite ride?
My favorite ride is the Ferris wheel because when you get to the top, you can see all the fair and the booths.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Camille Aldridge, and I'm from Chehalis.
And what's your favorite ride?
My favorite ride is the Ferris wheel.
Hi, I'm Lainey Barker. I'm from Chehalis.
And what's your favorite ride?
1001 Knots.
Hi, I'm Michaela Menke, and I'm from Chehalis.
And what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is corn on the cob, snow cones, and my favorite is turkey legs.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right after the meeting, we need to get you a copy of one of these. This is the proclamation. I'll smile at you. So I'll call for the question on the proclamation. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed. Proclamation is passed.
I move that we approve the notice agenda call for bids, resolution number 13-430.
I second that.
Rod Lakey with Lewis County Public Works. Definitely not in the Little Miss Friendly competition. I'm too old, that's it.
You're over 10.
Lewis County previously applied for and was awarded $1,525,000 for safety improvements to major collectors and minor arterial roadways countywide. This is a 100% federally funded grant through FHWA's Surface Transportation Program. This project is made up of two phases. The first phase is complete and included flexible guideposts, installation, contract for regulatory sign, guidance and warning signs, and placement of pavement markers with agency forces. This phase was authorized by Resolution 11-081 in March of 2011. This call for bids is for Phase 2 of the project and provides for the improvement of transportation safety by installing guardrail at various locations in Lewis County, building guardrail landings by placing crush surfacing top course, traffic control, and other work in accordance with the contract plans and special provisions. And these are corridor improvements, so we'll do guardrail improvements along the entire route. And we've started with the highest priority due to fatalities in Lewis County, which there have been a fatality on Davis Lake, Wildwood, and Lincoln Creek. So those are our primary targets, and we'll work down the list as this federal funding continues. But sealed bids for this project, County Safety Road Phase 2, CRP 2162B, shall be submitted to the Clerk of the Board of the Lewis County Commissioners, 351 Northwest North Street, Room 210, by or before 11 a.m. on Tuesday, August 27, 2013. And will be opened on or after 11:30 a.m. on August 27th. Bids submitted after 11 a.m. will not be considered for the project. This contract will also be available at Lewis County's website after execution of the bid call.
Thank you, Rod. Any questions? No further questions. I'll call for the vote on the notice agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Notice agenda is approved.
I move that we approve the consent agenda, resolution number 13-431 through resolution number 13-439, and these are items 3 through 11 on our agenda.
I second that.
Okay.
The resolution number 13431 is approval of warrants. There were 246 regular warrants for a total amount of $1,215,981.39.
Good morning, Commissioners. For the record, Michael Strozik, Director of Central Services. And to avoid any confusion, my favorite fair food is corn dogs, at least when I'm working. And also, before we get started here, I'd like to just reiterate, the Southwest Washington Fair opens a week from tomorrow. So next Tuesday, we have opening ceremonies at 6 p.m. at the saloon stage, and I'd like to invite everybody to join us for that. And congratulations to the 5 finalists, and I wish you the best of luck. So, item number 4 on your agenda is resolution number 13-432. No, I think Archie's up first.
Whoever has the warrants is up first.
We did that.
I just did the
He
warrants.
just did those.
You can do it if you like. Good morning, Commissioners and special guest. Archie Smith with Lewis County Human Resources, and my favorite ride is the roller coaster, and my favorite food is anything chocolate, so you can tell. I'm here to present item number 4 on the agenda, resolution number 13-432, and that is approving medical rates paid by Lewis County for non-represented employees not covered by the Washington County's Insurance Fund effective July 1st, 2013. This is a follow-up resolution to resolution number 13-407, and what it does is it makes inclusive all non-represented employees, even those that are not covered under the Washington County's Insurance Fund, and it is moving their financial employer contribution from $865.88 to $900 per employee per month effective July 1st, 2013.
Thank you.
And that's it.
Okay, we'll try this again. Item number 5 on your agenda is resolution 13-433. It's approving a contract with the Washington State Military Department and Lewis County Communications for E-911 professional development funding for the next year. Normally, we receive one contract from the Washington State Department of Military, which houses the 911, state 911 offices. That contract is for professional development and operational assistance. Due to changes up there in the last 6 months with a new director and a few other things, they have broken out the contracts into 2. There will be a professional development contract, which is today's agenda item for you. Then in the future, probably within 60 to 90 days, we will have an operational contract that I will bring forth to you. This one is simply for professional development for 911 staff. It is in the amount of $47,000. It actually went into effect July 1st of 2013, and it runs through August 15th of 2014. This is on a cost reimbursement basis, and it will cover such things as travel, training, conferences, and those type of items for the communications officers to keep their skill sets up. We do get pre-approvement on the majority of the items before they are sent up to Olympia for reimbursement. Some items are contractually mandated, meetings and stuff at Camp Murray that we don't have to. So.
Any questions, Edna? Thank you, Mike.
Rod Lakey with Lewis County Public Works, back for resolution 13-434, the master interlocal agreement with Wahkiakum County. This resolution will allow Wahkiakum and Lewis County to enter into a master local agreement, interlocal agreement, and the agreement will govern reimbursement work performed by Lewis County Public Works forces, for which the municipalities do not have the capability to do themselves. The contract will be for a period of 5 years and expire December 31st, 2018. And mainly this is, for right now, Wahkiakum County is asking to do filming on roadways, documentation of surface condition for roadways, but we also do their bridge inspections, so.
That's what I thought we already had bridges, and I knew this was a second service.
So this would keep us from having to come back each time for one of these smaller projects.
Thank you.
The next item is Resolution 13-435, the bid award for the Ceres Hill East Pier. Ceres Hill Bridge number 102 is scour critical, crossing the Ceres River near or west of Adna. The East Pier is shallow supported piling and is exposed. And scour mitigation design is complete, and environmental permits have been approved for construction repair this year. This contract will allow Lewis County to improve Ceres Hill Road Bridge number 102 by providing the pier protection, channel excavation, silt fence, construction, geotextile, quarry spalls, riprap, and BMPs in accordance with the plans. A call for bids was made on July 15th, 2013 by sending an email to all contractors listed on our small works roster for excavating, grading, and road construction and riprap placement categories, and was also posted on our website. We received 2 responsive bids for the project on July 30th, and Roglands Incorporated of Aberdeen, Washington was the lowest responsive bid of $158,645 even. Our estimate was $145,867, so that their bid is 8.8% above our estimate, and we recommend approval so we can begin construction as soon as possible.
Good morning. Lee Napier, Director of Community Development. And I will reserve my favorite food from the fair because I have yet to attend this particular fair. So I've got some good recommendations and I will be looking to see what my favorite is and report back. Speaking on agenda item 8, resolution 13-436. This is approving an interlocal agreement, and this will be interlocal agreement K1308 between the State of Washington Office of Financial Management and Lewis County. This particular interlocal agreement is administered by Lewis County, acting in our role as fiscal agent for the Chehalis River Basin Flood Authority. And the purpose of this agreement is to release the funds authorized by the legislators in Senate Bill 5035, which was designated for this purpose to complete studies, analysis, and implementation of flood control projects in the Chehalis River Basin. The total amount for this contract is $534,000. This would be a contract from July 1 of 2013 through June 30th of 2015. And the funds will be broken down for the purposes of salary for Lewis County staff, serving as fiscal agent, and consulting services and studies. And before you today is to authorize me to sign this contract if you approve it.
Okay.
Any questions on this one? I've got 2 more kind of related to that.
Yes, I'll wait till after your other 2.
Okay, moving on to agenda item 9, which is resolution 13-437. So this is approval of a first supplement to a personal services agreement between Kramer Consulting and Lewis County. So again, Lewis County acting as the fiscal agent for the Chehalis River Basin Flood Authority, would contract with Kramer Consulting, who would serve as a project manager, professional services. And again, this contract would extend, Mr. Kramer has been working with the Flood Authority. We would extend his performance period to June 30th of 2015. And the action before the board would be to authorize me to enter into this contract. Moving on to agenda item 10, resolution 13-438. This is approval of a third supplement to a personal services agreement between SBGH Partners and Lewis County. Lewis County, again, fiscal agent for the Chehalis River Basin Flood Authority. Scott Betcher is the lead for this particular consulting firm. He has been working with the Flood Authority on more project-specific work, particularly outreach. And we would again be extending his performance period and adding to his contract. The performance period will be extended again to June 30th of 2015. And if the board so chooses, they would authorize me to enter into this contract. So that ends for
What are they doing for the Flood Authority, that group?
Scott Betcher, SBGH, has been project specific, so outreach is probably where you know him the most. A lot of his time has been spent going out to the community to talk to people about the work of the Flood Authority, so support staff to the outreach committee, and then also watching some of the other projects that are going on. The money that has been appropriated through contracts with OFM and project sponsors, watching the status report of those projects and providing that feedback back to the Flood Authority so that they know those projects, what the status is, and that they're on track.
I'd like to make a few comments. Looking at the audience, you know, we have some young folks here that probably don't even remember we had a flood in 2007. And we had a very, very difficult time. And any of you out there know people who had their homes or farms flooded? Well, we're trying to work on that. And right now, we received some dollars from the state government, and it's coming to Lewis County, and I'll be very simplistic, we pay the bills for the flood authority. And the flood authority is not just Lewis County, but Thurston County and Grays Harbor County, because we all suffered from that flood. And hopefully, in your lifetime, we will have mitigated these floods so that when you're buying property, when you're working, you will not have to worry about flooding coming to your area. And you'll remember that in this courtroom, or in this commission room, that we passed resolutions to help that effort, that we don't want people to be flooded out, we don't want their businesses to be flooded out in the future. So we're working hard for you. So remember this, and hopefully we're looking at building a water retention facility up by PL. And if we can do that, we can prevent a lot of damage. So hopefully within, if it's, they say, rapid speed, lightning speed time for government, we could have that done within 9 years. So it's a long time. But hopefully when you get 9 years from now, you'll remember, yes, I remember when they were passing these resolutions so we can protect our families and our businesses.
Any other questions? Moving on to another topic. Agenda item 11, Resolution 13-439. So this is approval of 2 grant offers, one from the Federal Aviation Administration and one from Washington State Department of Transportation's Aviation Division. And this would be for the Packwood Airport runway improvements. So before the board is to consider 2 grant offers for runway improvements at the Packwood Airport. And the action before the board would be to authorize me to enter into these agreements.
And what will you do with those 2 projects?
2 grant agreements for the same project, runway improvements at Packwood, and I believe the official term of this runway is 1-19.
So you're not going to do anything with the other 18 runways?
There aren't any. And I can share with you how it's named. Not now, though.
We understand this is going from 38 feet wide, hopefully to 60 feet?
Right, to the standard, which would be 64. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions on the consent agenda? Any comments?
Nope.
I'll call for the question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Consent agenda is approved.
Seeing no further business on our agenda, I move that we adjourn.
I second that. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.
All right.
Ed, you want to hand these out?